Yo, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man coming at ya with another quick reaction episode on the Midtown Brigade fantasy football team. Here's my rapid recap. We're going to start it. We're going to set it off, of course, with the best game of the week, the most exciting game of the week. Garbage Men versus Team Broadway. It was pretty intense. It was kind of like a little bit like a heavyweight fight, you know. Broadway took his first shot starting on Thursday night, quick 17 points by Javonte Williams, and then he goes up to a huge lead starting off on Sunday. But of course, my cap, my stack, my boy, Joe Burrows and Jamar Chase, and then, you know, Joe Mixon was low, but he did throw a touchdown in there, lit it up. Thank goodness for this stack, man, who's been one of the hottest stacks right there in the game right now, right next to the stack of Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford and Henderson the last couple of weeks. But thank goodness for Joe Burrows and Chase, man. They scored 51% of my points this week at 83.9 points. That was what delivered the game. That was the game delivery, and of course a clutch Sunday night performance by Deebo Samuels. Now, Team Broadway was on fire, and I'm not gonna lie to you, man. He brought it, and I was nervous. I was nervous. We went on Monday night, going into Monday night, I was up like 38.6 points. He needed 38.7 or whatever the case may be in order to win a 0.9. And it was close. Because between the defense for the Saints and Jameis, every time the Saints either had a sack or were about to do an interception or a turnover, man, let me tell you, man, my balls were sweating. And so was my ass. Because every time there was a play by the defense or Jameis would try to go for a deep bomb and I was like, oh crap, and he would overthrow it, it was a sigh of relief. But it was close. I mean, I won it by like 5 points. I held on at the end. Again, mark that checklist. I already took down his son Gallimard. Took Pops right now in Broadway. New era. You're going to get your medicine as well. But at the end of the day, man, it was another successful victory. Your boy is 5-2. 162 points, not enough for the highest points of the week, but it is what it is. I'll take the win. Great game, Broadway. All right, let's move on to the upset of the week. Yo, listen. Shout out to Spanish Ninjas taking out the last undefeated team in the Midtown Brigade in the Downtown Division. All right, check it out. Team Brigade at this point had a 10-game winning streak going back to last year. And Ninja, shout out to Ninja. All right, let's shout out to Ninja because not only he broke the streak, but he brought it. He brought it down, and let me tell you something, practically with a bunch of cab drivers and dishwashers that he picked up off the waiver wire, was able to upset victory of Team Bring It. He brought it to Team Bring It, man, and it wasn't even funny. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I think he's probably taken, I think Ninja's probably paid off the Tennessee defense because at one point Patrick Mahomes had negative points in the game. And I was like, after the first quarter, got knocked out of the game, concussion protocol, only scored 9 points. Mahomes thrown for 9 interceptions, tied with Zach Wilson for most in the league. It is what it is. Ninja's pulled one out of his ass, and it was a very, very strong performance. And it was inspiring. Put it that way, man. Jalen Hurts led the way. With 29 points, and of course DK Metcalf, who had maybe 4 receptions or something like that, had that huge play on Monday night to seal the deal. That's what it was. I know the bye weeks and the injuries have definitely handicapped a couple of people here, but it was an inspiring win by Ninjas, who again, came in out of nowhere and snapped the 10-game winning streak with Team Bring It. Finally has 1 loss. So shout out to Ninjas, great game, Bring It. Move on to the next one. Here we go. Moving on to the sibling rivalry of the week. The sibling rivalry of the week. Gallimard and New Era. Gallimard on Wednesdays, bro. Big bro against little bro. All right. So they, honestly, this game was ugly, dude. It was an ugly, ugly game. New Era beat them by like 15 points, but this was like sloppy. This game was sloppier than sloppy seconds at a strip club on a Wednesday night. All right. It's insane. It's insane. I mean, really, I don't know what Gallimard was thinking, but I know he didn't have much options. But, Amon St. Brown, holy crap, dude, 0 points. Goose egg hurt Gallimard big time. New Era, sealed the deal with Kamara. Kamara, 34 points. Him and Chris Godwin were the top players for him. And of course, Ryan Tannehill came back with a decent game, all in correlation with that bad Kansas City defense. But Kamara was the one who brought it home for New Era. And again, taking down his older brother, Galamad, on Wednesday, who's, I think he's on like a 3-game winning streak, losing streak, or a 2-game losing streak. I'm not sure here, but hey, man, it is what it is, man. He loses to the GOAT, me, and then he goes to his younger brother. He needs to, he really needs to go back to the drawing board here, man, because whatever he's doing is not working. All right, New Era moves on. Let's move on to the next one. Maximus and Sid Vicious. And it was, well, this is probably pretty much, it was Max had a very clutch waiver wire pickup. Now, that's how you do it, man. Max should give waiver studs a lesson how to actually, use the waiver wire to get positive numbers like Dearness Johnson, who he picked up this past week and scored 25 points. A beast waiver wire pickup by Max was huge. Huge for him. I mean, he was probably, Dearness Johnson was the second highest scorer in his team. Kylie Murray, of course, every week, consistent Kylie Murray, 31 points. It is what it is. It wasn't even a contest. It wasn't even a contest. I apologize about that. It wasn't even a contest. 122 to 105. I mean, when it comes to Vicious, it was just another ugly performance. I don't know what Vicious is going to do, man, but he needs a cleansing of this team because, man, it doesn't matter what he puts in there. I know he has some, he had some people out there. I know he has some, injuries, but wow, it was pretty bad. Tom Brady was the only bright spot. I don't know what else he's going to do. Tyler Lockett has been struggling. He needs to find another option here because, man, 100 points a game is not going to cut it. Shout out to Maximus, who keeps moving on strong, and he's 5-2. A lot of 5-2 teams in the league, baby. Team Cruise and Cut My Balls. Man, it is tough when you scored 156 points, like the third highest points, and you still lose by double digits. Cup delivering the win by about 15 points. Again, Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp, all right, combined for 70.2 points for the whole game. That's a lot. A.J. Brown came back and shedded all over the Kansas City defense on his return from Chipotle. Had 28.3 points, all right. His new addition in Zach Ertz, 17 points. They all made up for the lack of offense of Darrell Henderson, who's been on a tear, finally slowed down. But again, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and A.J. Brown held it strong for him. Look, at the end of the day, Team Cruz did what he was supposed to do. It was a valiant effort. 156 points, nothing to laugh at. It's a bad week when like the fourth highest points loses by double digits, like I mentioned earlier. Had a solid game, but Damian Harris and the Ravens D got completely raped by my boys and the Bengals. My boy Joe Burrows and Chase. But after that, he had some solid performances. Just at the end of the day, couldn't bring it home. I mean, Cooper Kupp was just much better. He would have probably beaten, except for me, and Team Broadway, he would have beaten every other team in the league this past week. So it is what it is, guys. Moving on to the last game of the week, and they're the last game, but not the worst. Waiver wire studs and New York Rico went at it at a very exciting game. It was pretty much the battle of the barrel, the bottom of the barrel, because both teams came in the week 1-5. And one thing was for sure, that one team was going to leave with their second win. And that team was waiver wire studs. And honestly, dude, Aaron Rodgers has been consistent all year long for him. But this week, game ball goes to DeAndre Swift, who had the best game of his young career. And look, Michael Carter's coming along, dropping 16 points. It was more than he needed to beat a team in New York City Rico, where Tua, who had back-to-back good games, did not have a great showing from Antonio Gibson. And then after that, it is what it is, all history. It was pretty much he has a lot of his firepower on the bench with Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler with a bye week. But hey, he should have started I was going to say he should have started the Bengals defense, but they scored the same amount as the Raiders. At the end of the day, Rico is 1-6. Waiver wire studs is 2-5. Rico is at the bottom of the barrel at the moment, but hey, it's still a young season. Keep making your moves. And like I said, wins turns into losses, and losses turns into wins starting from now. Anybody that's 5-2 can lose 4 or 5 games in a row. So is anybody that's 1-6 can win 5 or 4 games and get in it, man. There's still time. Let's keep making those moves. Let's take a look at our standings right now. At our standings, we are sitting at Maximus and leading the division At 5-2, the Uptown Division, Team Brigade leading the Downtown Division at 6-1. And yo, listen, it's a dogfight in our division because at 5-2, me and New Era are battling it out to see if we could finish to take that #1 spot. So yo, it's pretty wild. Right now, if you look at the percentage of playoff percentage, hey man, bringing 95%, me at 92, and I mean me at 86, and New Era at 92. So even though we're not in the same division or we're not leading, yo, we're getting busy. So anyway, our division is like the AL East, where all the good teams battle to make that wild card playoff. The Uptown division is more like like the NL East, where the Mets struggle, and the Braves won the division by like 1 game. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm sidetracking here. This is your fast recap and your rapid recap of the week. It was week 7, moving on to week 8. Marquee matchup. Cut my balls, but it's garbage E-Man. Be on the lookout. All right, your boy E-Man signing out. Peace.